So, hi dear, I'm going to tell you a story today. And first, I'll start with my story and then I'll tell you what is my topic for today. Okay, there's a young man. This young man is sitting with his mother traveling and they are going somewhere and they are very happy. And this young man of 24 is talking to his mother, indicating something, seeing out of the window, is very excited. It seemed that first time he's traveling. So another woman, a lady, she was sitting just in front of them and just noticing every little act they both of them are doing. And so this young guy, he says to his mother, "Mother, just look, trees are running behind us." So mother smiled. So this lady felt a little awkward, thinking that, what a pity. A young man of 24, 25 is saying like this, he must be having some mental problem. Then again, this young boy, 24, says to his mother, "Mother, see, clouds are also running behind us." So this time the lady couldn't resist. She says to her mother, "Why don't you take your son to a good doctor?" So mother replies, "Look, I did. And we are returning from the hospital itself. And my son was blind. He's not able to see. Today is the first day he got his eyesight back, and that is why he's so thrilling and so excited." So this lady, she felt really, really very embarrassed. The thing is that, we are in the habit of judging people. We are in the habit of putting a kind of label on people, without knowing them. Without knowing them that what is their story. From what is their story to share, what is the thing which they are going from. So this lady of my college, when she first made her appearance in the college, we were really very reluctant to go and to meet her, because already we had created a kind of deep prejudice against this lady, and we knew that she belongs to a very literary family, and she is going to be a new teacher of Sanskrit, and she is going to join us, and she belongs to a village. The small thing that she belongs to a village, it made us realize that she must be very, a lady of not our, status. Maybe she will not be able to cope up with us. Maybe she is taking a lot of airs because she is PhD. A lot of things we thought about her without any base. And I remember it well that first day when we got to meet this lady, sitting in the staff room, we went there to meet her and to welcome her. We were not doing it by heart. It was just a kind of formal activity which we had to go do, because we are not happy from inside. Everybody was thinking that, all the teachers, including me, we were thinking that, oh God, she has come to join us, how can we tolerate this lady, what is her status, just see, she looks very ordinary, very simple, would it be okay for us to, to take us into our group? Because we are having a kind of group in our staff room. So initial days were very difficult for her to adjust, because we were not very friendly, not inviting her over to the table, and not helping her out in understanding things and all. So we would always take a kind of backseat and making her understand what is right, what is wrong, you should do this and that. So it was a kind of horrible thing for us. I remember, and I feel very awkward about it, that we did not help her out in knowing things, because we would not talk to her. She would come and sit in our chair, and she would come and sit in our the ladies' staff room. So we will be busy in doing our thing, pretending to be not to notice her, pretending to be very serious about indulging in our work. So it happened, but over the time, after knowing this lady, we come to know that she's the most beautiful lady of our group. Beautiful in the sense, like beautiful, it doesn't mean that outer appearance. Beautiful means her inner soul was so beautiful. Her inner beauty was so irresistible that we could not stop being her friend. And we are very good friend now. She is so kind, so helpful. Whenever we are having some problem, she always takes stand. She always comes out, to help her out. So the thing is that, we are always in the habit of putting a label on some people and put them into a kind of box without knowing their history, without knowing them, and on the basis of caste, creed, social status, their behavior, their attitude on some particular time, we just put a kind of bias on them, we put a kind of label on them, a kind of stigma on them, saying that this person belongs to this category. Actually, the thing is that, we don't realize that what is their own story to tell, what are the things which she is going through, he or she is going through. Because we always do it, we are in the habit of making assumptions about people. So putting them in a kind of box, this is not real thing. Now the question comes that in such situation, how can we come out? If we know that some person is there and we put them into a kind of category, putting label and putting making a kind of assumptions and creating prejudice against anybody, that we can do by doing a kind of self-analysis, by getting a deeper side of our personality, by knowing that what is right, what is wrong, that you have to do you have to take a little dive into your personality, knowing that what you want actually. Sometimes we are very much swayed away by the emotions, sometimes we are swayed away by the society, by the people, what they want us to do. So I'm going to tell you a story. There's a lady in our group. We have a group of kitty party, like we are chill out, we hang out together and we go for sometimes some parties or somewhere else. So this lady, actually she came new to our vicinity, and we just invited her over to our house because we were arranging a kind of kitty party, and for some reason, I don't know, this lady couldn't make out to come up. And we just first time it happened, then again second time we were organizing something, I don't remember it yet. So second time also they did not get chance to come over, and third time we saw her attending a political type of party where all the male members were there, and she was one of them to be there. So we just started immediately, without any prior thinking, we put a label on her saying that she is the lady who loves to be in the company of male person, not in the female person, and that is the only reason she was not able to come out to us. I knew the fact that due to some reason, once maybe her child fall ill, and second time I don't know the reason, that she was not able to make out. So I just wanted to clear the whole thing, that this is the reason she was not able to come. All the other ladies, they started talking, slander talk about her, started criticizing her. They started talking malicious talk about her, saying that yeah, I know she makes reel. Have you ever watched her reel? Her reels are so exciting, just see what she does there in the reel. This is the way of alluring male members. They started talking a lot of things about her, and I was one of them, sitting quietly listening to them, whatever they are saying, very afraid to take a stand for this ladies, because I was also feeling insecure, just to thrown out of the group. Or maybe I knew the truth, I knew the fact, still I kept quiet, thinking that if I say something that would be contrary to their opinion, whatever they are discussing right now, so maybe they can put allegation on me too. Why are you taking her side when you don't know her and all? So I felt that I should keep quiet. I did not talk to them, I did not tell them that this is the right thing. I know that this is the reason she was not able to come to our party, and she makes reels. It is okay, it is her choice to make reels. She loves to make reels, and because she's very jovial, she's very she likes to mingle up with people and all. But I kept quiet. So at that point, after pondering a lot, I started realizing that this is my own weakness, that I could not take a stand against this thing which is happening. Though I don't know this lady very much, but still I should take a kind of stand against whatever is happening bad. I should take a stand. But I also kept quiet, thinking of being rejected from my own group. The truth, that person belongs to a good community. That person is very helpful, very kind, very jovial. Everything is good. But you are also afraid of losing your own security and your own identity, or you are so you're also afraid of being criticized. So this is the reason that you do not take any side of her. So this is really it's not acceptable. First, you need to think about your own views, your own ideas. Pick up your own battle. If everybody is going this side, it is not necessary that you also have to go this side. If you know the truth, if you understand the thing, if you are feeling from inside that you should stick to the truth, what is happening and what is the real story, go to that side. Even if people are taking this side, you are not supposed to follow them. Just think and try to introspect what is right and what is wrong, and go accordingly. Sometimes it also happens that we don't know the story of someone, and without knowing them, we make a kind of story, and we try to tell them other people also, this thing happened to me, and this person is like this only, he has behaved or she has behaved with me like this. On some small incident, on some experience of ours, we actually create a big issue and put a label on that particular person. So I'm telling you my own story. So there is a lady, so this lady had the habit of cribbing and complaining, and all the time, she's a kind of attention seeker. So they really craving drama. So one lady is there, always she make a great fuss, big deal about the small things. And initially it was very difficult for her to know this person, to cope up with this person, because I used to get disturbed, by seeing her, the way she's dealing with people, and used to make a big deal of everything. So if you know that person, it is better not to create a kind of story about them. Just get away from there for your own mental peace. It is not justified if you take her story to other person, tell them that she's like this and that. If something has been repeated every time with you, it is okay, you keep it up to you. It is not, you are not supposed to tell her story to everybody, to put a kind of label on her that she's like this and that. You have experienced the problem with her, so that is why you have felt the problem. You are the victim of the circumstances. So it is better, keep it up to you and get away from there. That this person is like this. Maybe she has her own way of dealing with life. Maybe she is going through some kind of problem, and initially we used to talk a lot about her, negative things. But later on we come to know that she's having a lot of financial issues, lots of family issues, lots of relationship issues with her husband. And after knowing it, I started thinking that how hollow people are. Maybe their outer appearance, their outer behavior is something different. We actually don't know them. We don't know what is the thing which is making them creating such a nuisance every time. Every people have their own story to share with, own story to tell. So every story, we are not inserting ourselves to get to know everybody's story. We are not supposed to do it. I have to keep my mental label, my mental health, what do you call, good. I need to take care of my mental health. So instead of spreading rumors about some person, try to judge that person of your own label. What wrong that person did to you. Then you think about it. Okay, so I find some people very irritating. What I do when I find that this person is hollow from inside, they are really, really very inadequate people, I just get away from there. It is my own story. I'm not going to tell everybody around here that, you know, this girl or this lady is like this, and this person has behaved with me like this. So they are not supposed to make their own, create their own wall, you know. I have experienced it, and I'm going to keep it within myself. This is expected from me. So there is a very close friend of mine, you know, and so once we invited them over to the dinner, and so both of them were fighting, they were making fun of each other, they were not in a very good relationship, and they were newly married. So I was little taken aback, you know, thinking that what is happening with them, you know, they have just got married. It's 2 months, it's been 2 months that they have got married. So what is this, you know, why they are putting blame on each other. So later on, what happened, that I just took a chance to talk to the husband, who's supposed to be my brother. So I talked to him, tell him that what is going on between you people, like. So he told me that my wife, you have to actually, it's she's very irritating, you know, all the time. She keeps on she keeps on interrupting me. Whatever I do, she always finds faults with that thing, you know. So instead of taking my brother's wife what she is or what I heard about her, I thought of talking to her. So I made her sit, I talked to her, I asked her, what is the reason that you are behaving like this, what is happening around you, tell me the whole thing. So initially it was a little bit of prodding and everything. So later on, when I continuously insisted her to tell me the truth, you know, tell me the whole story, I made her sit, you know, made her comfortable and ask her what is happening in her life. She told me everything. She told me certain behavior of my brother is not acceptable. Maybe that he's drinking too much, or his bringing friends to his house on every weekends, or some other issues, you know, small thing. So I made both of them sit together, and we started talking about it, since they are very close to me, since they are my family member. So I took the initiative to discuss all the things, to understand all the thing. And in this way, you know, the gap between them has come, it has finished, it was over. So the gap between them, it was over. Sometimes it happens that without putting a kind of prejudice or bias or some kind of stigma on some people, it is acceptable that you made that person sit and talk about it and listen to them and listen their story, what they have to tell. Maybe they have to tell a lot of things which you don't know. So that is why, without knowing, without being close to them, if you find that some person is behaving like this or that, or they have done something wrong to you, maybe they have lot of issues to deal with. You know, this kind of behavior is always expected with such a people who actually don't like to mingle up with people. Sitting at your home, if you're making a kind of impression about other, making a kind of story about other, making a kind of assumption about other, it is not acceptable. Go talk to them, mix with them, mingle up with them, try to hang out with them. If you're having some problem in understanding them, go to near them, go to close to them, try to know them. Because you know what happens, that these small steps which we do with our the person with in our life, sometimes it might lead to bigger thing. You will start hating a group, a race, or sometimes make a kind of impression about other people. Maybe you are giving this kind of emotion, this kind of feeling of yours to your next generation too, and they might have the same problem in understanding with other people. Maybe if you are a mother, you are telling your daughter that, look, all the mother-in-laws are very strict, and all the mother-in-laws are, you know, nuisance to deal with. So if you're giving this kind of, you know, thinking, this kind of emotions which you are dealing with to your daughter, to your next generation, they will also develop the same thing. So it is better not to create this kind of problem if you are having some. So this was my thing for today, and believe me, I always tell what I feel in my life, what I experience in my life, because if you go to YouTube, you'll find a lots of videos on this topic, and it is my own experience which I am sharing with you. So thanks for watching my video. Hope you liked my video for today. So I will keep on coming with small issues of life and how to deal with it. Thank you so much.